Okay, so ladies, thank you. Welcome. Good evening. How have you been? How have the 5 weeks been? It's been 5 weeks and it happened so quickly. You wouldn't tell um, how quickly the weeks have gone. But thus far, God has been Ebenezer for us, and He has brought us here. And now, today, we are celebrating the graduation ceremony. For those who have not yet graduated, as in when I say have not yet graduated, I mean uh, those people who are still on course to continue with their modules and their tasks. Do not let it overwhelm you. Just purpose, be intentional in ensuring that you finish. And then, most importantly, ensure that what you have been learning, you're able to do it, you're able to implement in your classes, in your businesses. So, my prayer is everybody is able to get to task number 5, upload the action plan, and eventually get their certificate. Now, I understand, like I mentioned, even in the group, some people have been having challenges, especially uploading their tasks, those who are using their phones. In case you have such a challenge, reach out to me and I will see how I can be able to walk you through how to be able to get it done. So, like we started the program at the beginning, I want us to yet again read this. This is an excerpt from a poem by Marianne Williamson that I always find very, very strong, very encouraging. And it says, "Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you." Keywords is there is nothing small. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking, and your playing small does not serve the world. So even as you go out and set up your businesses online, playing small does not serve the world. Now that you're online, you have access to a wider reach of customers. So do not shrink so that other people will not feel will not feel insecure around you. Ensure that whatever it is that you're doing it to your best. If you step out into the digital platform, step out and step out with confidence. Remember what Marianne Williamson has said. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. So the fact that we are powerful beyond measure should not be the reason why we are fearing to bring out our brilliance. We are fearing to bring out what it is that we can do to serve the world. All right. So our journey thus far, how far have we walked and what is it that we've done? This cohort started its journey on Monday, June 16th, 2025. Today is July 22nd, and we have done the 5 weeks, and it has been a lot of learning, a lot of discussions, a lot of supporting each other. In the 5 weeks, we have held the 5 live webinars, and then today's webinar is the 6th, and it's the graduation ceremony for the cohort. And then we have had 2 group coaching sessions for the people, the first 10 people who signed up for the webinars. And then above that, we have also held one-on-one coaching for individuals who were able to complete their modules on time. The coaching is still going on. Some people chose to book their coaching after they were done with module 5, which is okay, so that they can get to discuss their entire program and their entire action plan, as it were. But thus far, everybody has made progress. Even some people who might not have gone very far in their tasks have been attending these webinars, and they have been applying the lessons that we have learned. So the success stories, as we were going there, some people shared their success stories, and I picked three of the success stories. The first one is in no particular order, Evelyn Kiteto was able to launch her website, and she shared the link to her website with us. Lucy Mwaniki also was able to share her website, and she also she launched it, and she shared the link with us. What I want to mention is that both of these ladies attended a group coaching session. And it was in that session that they challenged themselves to launch their websites, to ensure that they launch them as they were, so that they can keep improving on them. And then Jane Muhoro got a WhatsApp for business line, and she said this is something that she had always wanted to do. She was not even sure how she was going to do it, but she did manage to get it done. So let's show these three ladies some love with some emojis for the good work that they have done. They have been diligent in what they had purposed to do, and they were able to achieve results. That does not mean that because you were not mentioned here, you have not made progress. People have made progress in how they are posting. People have made progress in the number of inquiries they're getting from their posts. So everybody, like I said in the first in our first webinar, everybody's journey is different. Walk the journey based on the type of business that you run, your own personality, and what it is or where it is you want to take your business. So that being said, there is one person, her name is already here, but I want to just highlight her. Many of you have listened to Jane's testimony. Jane came in here and she actually acknowledged that she had very little digital literacy when she came and joined this program. And Jane never felt or never shied away from being vulnerable and to ask questions where she did not understand. If she felt there's somebody else in the webinar or in the group who can assist her, Jane was not shy to ask for assistance. And because of that, she has been able to make quantum leaps from where she was at the beginning of the program to where she is right now. And she was very candid and openly shared her growth journey and how the program has impacted her. Now, her latest testimony that now she shared with me is that as a result of coming into this program, she had wanted to hire a receptionist for her barbershop, but she chose, because of attending this program, that she won't just hire a receptionist, she will hire a receptionist that has digital skills. And she said she was comfortable to do that because she now knew, based on all the knowledge she has acquired from this program, she knew she would be able to speak to her and use digital technology or digital vocabulary, as she loves to put it. And she would be able to set targets for her new hire, her new employee, and she will be able to tell when the targets have been achieved and when the targets have not been achieved. Jane Muhoro, I am proud of you. The rest of us who listened to your testimony and your sharing in the webinars, we are all proud of you. And let's show Jane some love with some emojis. Let's show Jane that we love her and we will continue to cheer her on as she goes on and on in her program. So Jane, thank you very much. May you continue growing and may you continue asking questions until you get to where your business is supposed to get to. So the next person that we are going to speak to, or is going to speak to us, is the person that I picked to be the valedictorian. Valedictorian means the person who will speak on behalf of the group, and it is none other than Beatrice Kisanya. Beatrice Kisanya is the founder, and where did my screen go to? Just a minute. All right, are you people able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, now just a minute. Now this is the speaker. Let me, you could be talking to them, Doreen, as I handle this one.
So I think Lillian has introduced Beatrice Kisanya. She's one of our active participants, and she won a one-on-one coaching session with Lillian, and she's also already qualified for the deep dive business strategy coaching session. So Lillian will come and proceed and give her testimonial for Beatrice.
All right. Sorry about that. Sorry, that is Margaret. She's having challenges with joining and sharing, but I can see now she's in. Yes, the class valedictorian is Beatrice Kisanya. Doreen has just said, she was very active. She got two one-on-one coaching sessions. That means she completed two modules and in the top five, and she's already completed the program. So Beatrice, over to you. Do you have a presentation, or should we just spotlight you?
Uh, Good evening. I don't have a presentation, but I'm glad to be here. I'm sorry I'm in the village, so I'm hoping my network will hold. And one, I'm honored to have been selected to be the dictatorian. That's a new word I learned. So I guess every time you go to a class, you learn, yes, you learn new things. One is just to say a big thank you to you who's been our facilitator and also to the class. I believe at some point I'll have a time to be able to interact, not just online, but also physically with the rest of the class. So the key takeaways for me, one, it was humbling to just come to this class and get to understand the digital space. The three things, the words that we keep on using interchangeably: digitization, digitalization, digital transformation. I got now to have a breakdown, the difference in these keywords. So the other thing that I got also to understand, it's not just about being online. You need to make the digital space work for you and work for your business. Lilian, I don't know whether you're hearing me from your facial expression.
No,
I'm
no,
not so
no.
sure. You can hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
I can. Yes, I can.
All right. So thank you. So the key takeaways, sorry, my video is off because of whatever. So the key things that I also got to understand, at times you may think these things will get them from the reading, but I think when they're broken down in a class, it's easier to understand. So the type of social media I got to pick was one, social network, which is now more relationship, more for friends, more for people who get to know you. This would be the Facebooks and the LinkedIn. And also there were five. So there was a social media network, and then there was media sharing where people who do a lot of videos, mostly for people who are doing products, like the cake lady who were able to showcase in class. So those kind of businesses need TikToks, YouTube, and that. And then there was the social blogging for people who are thought leaders, uh, who would be able to be using the WordPress. And then there were the discussions. This was a source of info. Apparently had come across Quora, but I never really used it. So when you mentioned it in classes, when I actually went there and looked, what is it all about? So there are some things that come our way, but if it's not indicated or someone doesn't give you a snippet of what it's all about, it may just pass you, and it's an opportunity for you to get a lot of info. And then for reviews like the travel advisories and all that, where you need to partner with people who already need. So if your business is you want to get more reviews and all that, then you'd be able to tap into like the trip advisory. So from all these, the five, I got to understand which one would work for me. So all businesses have different platforms that can work for them. So that was actually very interesting to note that as much as there are many, you need to understand where your business is So you choose a platform based on where your business, the size of your business, the product or service, and also the clientele. So for me, that was actually very key. So as much as I was on WhatsApp, I also realized I need to get into LinkedIn, and I also need to get into Facebook. Of course, I'm on Facebook, but I think I was using it for the wrong thing, more of a social, but it can also do you business. So that was actually a key takeaway. And the other thing is also why businesses need websites. So congratulations to Jane for setting up their website and even launching them, because I realized also in this class why we need a website. And you can make it as simple as a landing page or create your own website. So that was also key for me. And why we need it is why it's a marketplace for me and you. And also it gives your brand visibility. And also it creates, I would say, there is more to it other than the others. People get to know what your product is all about, more stories of your business, as opposed to the other platforms. And then lastly, I would say key takeaway, it's not just about being online. It was more online is awareness for your customers. It's also creating interest to your customers. And there has to be an action or a decision. So that bit is what I think for me is still a challenge. Yes, you're creating awareness, but at the end of it all, it has to make money for you. So we are not just digital or, let me say, content consumers. We need now to be able to create worth from all that. So that for me, I would say was it. And then also lastly, I think the one now any business becomes digitally transformed is where now you get to the e-commerce or the marketplace. So you can choose to use the service providers, which I realized that was the marketplace. Now, like have a shop of some sort for yourself and use the people like the Jumias and all that to be able to move your product from one place to the other. Or if now, I believe some of us will get to the e-commerce, where now we can be like the big boys, the big players, the Carrefours and all that, or even Textbook Center. I realized they're also online where you can buy physically or they can deliver. So for me, that was the greatest takeaway. And I am actually really looking forward to be like Jane or the other lady who have actually launched their website. That is the it. It's not so much just being in class and learning so much. I think the word that you used, we become, what word was that, where you're saying it's like you become not obsessed, but you are too much looking for different learning places, but they're not working for you. So I pray that this will actually work for me. It will not just be a learning, more tools to learn, but no action. So for me, the action plan is what is very key. And I'm encouraged by the two ladies who are able to launch their websites. That for me is key. And then there was also one who was sharing with us how her website is doing. It's very encouraging for a classmate when you're seeing real things, real time. So that is it for me. And thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Beatrice. Thank you for sharing on behalf of the other participants how the program has been. At this moment, I also want to let me share the screen so that when I get to introduce her, one of my former students who was in a previous cohort who has made great steps in the space, in the WIDB space. And this is Nancy Dirango. She's a strategic business development professional with experience in project management and stakeholder engagement. She's an expert in health, safety, and environment, and has a strong commitment to driving meaningful change through social networks. But Nancy today is not here to talk to us about all these things I've mentioned here. She is to talk to us about her journey with WIDB so that she can be an inspiration to others who would want to walk the same steps. So Nancy, if you're there, karibu sana. Let me stop sharing the screen so that we can spotlight you. Welcome, Nancy.
Hey, Lillian.
Hello, how are you, Nancy?
I'm great. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, ladies.
Good evening.
Glad to be Glad to be joining you today. So I believe I was in the first cohort, which should be over a year ago.
Mhm.
And congratulations first to everyone who's made it this far. I know the journey when you started, I don't know if your journey was like mine. My expectations were quite different. My business focuses more on services. And when I saw digital business, I thought, this suits more the people who deal in goods and products, or it's a product-based business. But by the second session, just what Lillian was sharing and what I got from the WIDB platform, I was sure I was exactly where I needed to be. I was definitely in the right space. And so one of the things I did is anytime, and I commend you, Lillian, for what you did in terms of the business coaching, because even that gave me a lot of mileage in terms of just creating the right strategies for my business. So I got to enjoy, I think, 1 or 2 sessions of business coaching. Anytime Lillian posted those offers, I made it. I did my best to ensure that I make it to being the top 3. And so I got to benefit from the business coaching. The tasks that we were able to also create during the sessions are things that I also inputted back into my program. I added them into my business growth plan, and they were able to now they even enabled me to create things like digital marketing strategies, and knowing that I have to have a budget to even execute something like that. A website. That was also one of my gains. I was one of the few who also got a website, got my logo done, created my own business cards, even put in a QR code. I decided I'll go modern fully, now that I have embraced digital transformation. And so for me, it was a great gain. And one of the words that I liked that Lillian loved to say in our sessions, and I have a feeling she's done the same during your sessions, was she liked to say, let's celebrate progress, let's not focus so much on perfection. Because at times you find that you're always waiting for something to be perfect before you launch it, before you do it. And so it takes longer than it should have. And so I said I will celebrate every progress that I make. When I create a website, as I work to modify and get it to whatever level or standard I want to get it to, I will celebrate having a website. I will celebrate having a logo. I will celebrate. So it helped me to celebrate progress. But probably the biggest gain I also got is one of the things that Lillian shared with us is once you become certified in this program and you have understood the journey, you have lived out what it is that you have learned. ILO also offers you an opportunity to also be a trainer. And so early this year, because I did the course just over a year ago, early this year, I took that opportunity when it was available. I applied to be a lead trainer of the WIDB program, and I got myself accepted by end of March. And so just 2 weeks ago, I got to graduate my first cohort. So 40 ladies graduated in the WIDB program. And it was an exciting journey, just sharing the fact that what it is that I gained was also able to be translated to someone else. We've multiplied. I was telling Lillian, now you're a grandmother. There are people with websites just because of what you poured into me. And so it's been a great opportunity because it's also grown me, not just as a business person, but also as a trainer. And so for the ladies, as you start off, please keep up on the journey. The platform offers more beyond the foundational course. Go forth, do even the other course that is available there for digital marketing. And then the other bit I'll tell you is start embracing, if you haven't, start embracing yourself as an entrepreneur. And you will realize that there are a lot of opportunities, especially for the women, to actually gain a lot of knowledge in terms of how to develop and to grow your business. And probably that has been one of the things that has stunted the growth of businesses, not just in Kenya, but in Africa. Because when you're in the professional world, when you're employed, you always focus on boosting your skills. But when you're running your side hustle or when you start running your own business, you don't focus on boosting your entrepreneurial skills. And that is very cool. So I encourage everyone, because that's one of the things I've done. I've probably done another 3 or 4 courses just to boost my skills as an entrepreneur. So thank you, Lillian, and glad to be here with all of you, and congratulations again to all of you ladies, and wish you all the best as you grow and scale your businesses. Thank you.
All right, all right. Thank you so much, Nancy. So for those of you who are here and you'd want to walk the journey, Nancy has walked. Now she's right behind me. You know, now we talk. Before I used to talk to her as a woman entrepreneur. I'm a trainer. Now we share notes as trainers because she has also become a lead trainer. So thank you so much for talking to us and encouraging those who are starting this digitization journey. Asante sana. So let me share my screen again for the last time, I guess. I'm hoping as I get now to welcome. Let me see. Let's welcome the keynote speaker. The keynote speaker for today is Margaret Abukutsa. Margaret Abukutsa is a seasoned civil engineer. That is the career that she went to school for, and she still does engineering. However, in the course of life, you know, life can throw you curveballs. She has now also started gravitating into the area of motivating people, mentoring people, etc. So she's a mentor, a coach, a speaker, and an entrepreneur. Now, her journey of resilience started several years back, where she got ill and had to undergo 2 brain surgeries. And as a result of that journey, the journey of fighting back to come back into a healthy life and everything, and all the, you know, at times doctors are good, but at times they give us a diagnosis that can be scary, but she purposed to, whatever the storms were bringing her way, she was going to fight them. And she has fought and now has a testimony of resilience. So she loves to inspire women who have hit rock bottom to be resilient and live their God given purpose. Okay, for us, we have not hit rock bottom, but we are entrepreneurs and we want to learn how to be resilient. She is an award-winning author of the book The Diamond Beneath that she wrote after her story and after her journey of overcoming. And then she has also written other books like Whispers from My Dad and The Concrete Woman. So at this moment, Doreen, I don't know whether you're ready. We welcome Margaret to join us. Karibu sana, Margaret. Yes. Doreen, play for us the song so that we welcome her in. All right, Margaret, welcome. You can be greeting us as I set up your presentation.
Thank you so much, Lillian, and good evening, ladies. I want to start by saying congratulations. What a beautiful moment to be part of this, birthing your new businesses. This is a bold step. And today I want to appreciate that I'll be speaking to you. But more importantly, I want to speak to the warrior in you. Because to thrive in business, you must become a resilient woman. Just today, I read something on the socials, and this is not to scare you, but I believe it is to prepare you. Somebody wrote something and she said, building your own business is hard. Scaling that business is even harder. Turning that business into a meaningful, successful company is incredibly difficult. But they went ahead to give you tips and nuggets of how to go about it. And so tonight, I just want to appreciate you for accepting the call and taking the courage, because it takes courage to stand up and to start doing entrepreneurship, because many people have ideas, but very few work on them. And so tonight, again, I want to say congratulations, ladies. You know, they say business beats you up first before it rewards you. And so tonight, I'm just going to take you through a journey to understand when it starts beating you. What are some of the things are you going to do so that at least you're able to cope and not lose yourself even in the journey? And so tonight, I'm taking you through this journey, building resilience as a business owner. And so my goal will be to inspire you, to equip you, and empower you as business owners with tested resilience strategies and personal wisdom that you can use in building enduring and impactful businesses. So I want us to start, and I want us to be active on our chats, and Lillian will help me in reading them out. How would you feel if your business does not meet your expectations? How would you feel if your business does not meet your expectations? Kindly go to the chats and let's have them coming. Lillian will assist me in reading them. I can see discouraged, broken, disappointed. Yeah, keep them coming, ladies. Lillian, can you help me read?
Yes, sorry. Jane says bad. Mumbi says I would feel unfulfilled. Philly says disappointed. Wambo discouraged. Nancy broken and like a failure. And then I think they are so. Maximila says so
Yeah,
bad. Uh-huh.
yeah. But now, yes, thank you, Lillian. We can refresh it now. And what would it be like if your business was successful? What would you feel? Let's have it coming. Because either way, a business may not meet your expectation, but again, it may be. For every no, there is always a yes. Yeah, yeah. All right, I like that. You'd feel complete, victorious, overjoyed.
Excited,
Yes,
fulfilled.
motivated, excited. Good, good, good. And so I'd like to start by saying, many people like saying resilience is bouncing back. But for me, resilience is not about never failing. It's about building the strength and the systems to rise stronger every time. Resilience is about building, it's not about never failing, but it's about building strength and systems to rise stronger every time. Resilience is something you're not born with, because resilience comes to test what you've been building. And so, like today, we are super excited. We have our websites, they are running. We have our business ideas. They've come from paper. We've begun implementation. We are on step 1, 2, 3, 4. But along the way, we are not so sure what we are going to get. So it's not something that you're born with, but it's something we build. And along the way, as you start that journey, definitely you're bound to get challenges. And any disruption, for me, it is the mother of all innovation. I love that image. It reminds me of the many things I've had to go through. I've had to go through several surgeries. And even before then, I wouldn't have a child the first years because of the tumors. And just at the peak of my career is when I had to go through this. But I showed up through recovery. I had a reinvention from engineering into an entrepreneur and purpose over fear. So storms did not stop me, they shaped me. And so when I look at this photo, I have many mountains I've climbed, but I'm still going up. And I love looking at the two people holding my rope. That's my two daughters, Diamond and Jewel. They are the whole source of why I am. And that is why I'm saying, even when you start summiting that mountain, at least there'll be somebody you look down to, and that one person will make you never, never give up. So it is good to always have somebody whom you look up to and they remind you how far you've come. And so it gives you the energy to keep summiting the mountain. And so I want to say there are many challenges women face. Four things are you will face rejection in your businesses. You will suffer isolation. You will have fear of failure, and you will also suffer burnout. And so because of all these scenarios that right now we are not seeing them, but they are bound to come, how are we going to navigate this? So number one, I come from construction industry. And before we come up with a building, there's a lot that goes behind the scenes. Just the way there's a lot that has gone behind preparation of your businesses. And so just like in building, let me use that analogy. Before we just build, we have to understand the why of a building so that it will shape us into the designs we want to build. Because a bungalow, you cannot use the same techniques to build a maisonette. Starting from the foundations, the foundation of a maisonette will be deeper than a bungalow. And so one of the resilient strategies you need, if you have a notebook and a pen, please write, have a purpose-driven business. Go in there and allow your business to have a purpose. And do your research to know your why the business exists. Because if you don't do that, when the shaking will come, you will close shop. Sometimes, money just follows purpose and reward. So get to understand what problem am I solving? What solution am I bringing? So that when purpose overrides even the money, when the turbulence will be there, you will be able to stand the storms and just be there and navigate through the storms to the end. Don't be overambitious again, but also try to be real. I'm sure Lillian has also taken time to teach you about doing your research and just understanding the model of your business. And then number two, Lillian, we can go to the next. Always have supporting networks. Build a supporting network. Because as we have seen, you will suffer rejection, you will suffer isolation. But beyond there, you're human. Don't lose yourself even in the process when this business will start experiencing the funny things that you did not foresee. Build emotional support. It is very key. Because without it, you can even lose your mind. Build social support, just a group of people to fall back on and understand this is what is happening to my business and this is what is happening to my business. In as much as you may not copy, because every business is unique, But your support system may give you one or two things that you can copy from and understand and even navigate together, because a problem shared is half solved. Lastly, also build a financial support. Have a go-to person who can help you out, and without a wink, they can even tell you, take this 1 million, put it in your business, and when it is ready, you'll return to me. But before you arrive, why I put financial support last, social capital is very key, because I have to understand who you are before I can even give you a shilling. And so just understand the people you're surrounding yourself with, and then you will have someone who can help you. A go-to person, a person you can be naked and just tell them, this is who I am and this is what I'm going through in my business, and be vulnerable before them and allow them to handhold you, allow them to even correct you, allow them to pinpoint the mistakes you've done, and also be willing to learn, because this is a journey that has a lot of emerging trends. A business world as it is right now is not as it were, let's say, 5 years ago. Right now we have like AI. Right now we have you can send your goods somewhere and somebody receives them before they pay. And like long time we used to walk in a shop to buy something, that physical. So there's a lot changing. So also allow yourself to learn. Just be open-minded, allow yourself to take in as much, but also sieve. Look at what will work for me and what will not work for me. Number 3, we can go to the next slide, is track your wins. I came in late and I had tracking your wins and lessons. Track your progress with understanding. Are you on budget or not? Are you on track or not? And let your wins be even as waking up and opening shop. Personally, my shop is online, and sometimes I even don't feel like posting. But when I remember, if I don't show up today, I may not know who will buy my goods. I wake up anyhow and show up. So track your wins. One win could be as small as showing up online to just say, this is who I am and this is what I'm selling. And by and large, you don't know. A win it could be very small. It could be maybe one item you have just sold. And I'm happy that many people have celebrated here, even the websites they've launched. That is a win. So learn to journal the wins you're doing, because why? With time, if you don't celebrate those small wins, you will always not appreciate, even when, how they say, the small things are the ones that come with the big things. So celebrate the small wins, they'll give birth to the big wins. And also the lessons. Don't forget the lessons, because I believe every business has a lesson to teach you. You will learn how to talk, you will learn how to work teamwork, because maybe you'll need people to support your businesses, support staff. You will learn people's character, you will learn the trends, you will learn the seasons, but also understand everything happens in seasons. Probably you're in your lean season and you're not making any profits. A time will come that you will make the profit. So all I'm saying is just be fluid and understand your model, understand what is happening, understand your business, track your wins, and understand even the bad lessons. The bad lessons have something to teach you. They could even be teaching you how not to do a business. And I'm sure down the line, like 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, you will have a story to tell. So how did I build my resilience? I always have 5 F's. And the first F was just having my anchor, spiritual anchor in God. It really helped me because you always need an anchor. When every other thing doesn't make sense, you go back there. Then number 2, I returned to my why, my focus. And part of the things that I did was beginning to journal. When I was in India for my second surgery, I just journaled a book, The Diamond Underneath. By then, I didn't know this book would turn out into something bigger that it's becoming and even help me do business. But through it, I have just written a life history of my story. And it has become a platform where I'm able to tell people what I do. Then another F is I was flexible. I did not become rigid. I allowed myself to be flexible. Then I did a lot of fellowship through coaching and sisterhood. And lastly, I had fortitude. I just had grit to go through uncertainty. Now, in as much as this is what I went through, it can also be of help to you. Because every time you wake up, you will have faith. First, faith in whatever you believe in. For me, I believe in God, that it will work. Then you will need focus to go back to your why. Remember, I've said that. Just understand your why your business exists, the model, and what problem it's solving. Then be flexible. You know, times are really changing. So when you're flexible, you realize, oh, this is what I was applying, and things have shifted. Be ready to also shift very fast, because otherwise you will be obsolete, yet people have really moved. And then I love what Lillian is doing, coaching, and also allow sisterhood. And it really helps to have a place to fall back on. And then grit through uncertainty, because we are living in very uncertain times, you know. And I don't want to belabor, because like you can wake up today, a business you're doing, and something just happens, and tomorrow you have no business. But have grit to go through it. And so remember, you began with a dream, and now you are in the executing season. And then finally, you will be done. And when you will be done, you will look back at your journey and you will appreciate what it took. I always talk about a diamond underneath, and that's why my firstborn girl is called Diamond, because a diamond goes through so many things. It goes through pressure during formation. It goes through so much heat. But when the diamond, and it takes long time to be formed, but when the diamond is formed, it's the expensive gem on earth. It is not easy to break. It shines and it also cuts other diamonds. So all I'm saying is I'm using this analogy to say, let your businesses be diamonds. You're going through, you will go through maybe so much pressure, so much heat. But if you allow it to go through the journey, you dream, you execute, and you will be done. Finally, you will be able to have your diamond. And as I go on, I'm just about to finish. Let me get your takeaways in the chat. So, what is your A game? What is your A game? What is your A game? I want to pick. Let's go to the next slide. I want to pick a few people who, when disruption occurred, they never sat and they were able to capitalize on that. There were 17 search engines before Google, yet Google crashed them and became the superior search algorithm, and his focus was on algorithm and speed and user experience. But right now, ChatGTP is coming up, and I think it has already overtaken Google. And so I want to ask you on this one, what makes you stand out? You know, what makes your business stand out? Because that is one thing during your turbulent and your low moments, it will be one thing that will help you disrupt and stand out. When we talk about Zoom, I remember Skype was there 2003 as a video conferencing. But when pandemic came, Zoom was preferred because of ease of use and its reliability and ability to handle many groups. Isn't it a wonder even tonight we are on Zoom? And the meetings were very effective. And so Zoom is an example of a newcomer who disrupted and established something by offering a better user experience. So remember, when we were busy in COVID and many people were closing shop, many people who went to Zoom, coaches, teachers, trainers, they made their millions that time. And many have testimony. So also remember, whenever there is crisis, whenever there is a downturn, it is a time when other people are booming. So allow your business. Don't just be rigid that this is my business, come rain or sunshine. Allow yourself to be vulnerable and try out, especially when it is a downtime. That is when other people's businesses are booming. And then lastly, when you think about Virgin Atlantic, Richard Branson, there's a time he was not an executive in any airline. But there's a time he delayed, his flight delayed, and he got bored and he chartered a plane and allowed people to hop in and pay him. And then he wrote Virgin Atlantic. And there, a disruption had occurred. And what happened was, because Richard saw things differently, he saw the customer experience, he saw the better service, he saw the comfortability, he saw the timeliness. He was able to outdo the other airlines. Now, maybe you may say, I'm really going far. Go to Facebook and check our own. There's this lady called Amakove. Amakove is a doctor by profession and she has been doing so much on Facebook. But right now, she has stopped. She's selling fish. Last week, she came to Nakuru. I myself am based in Naivasha. She's opened a joint there. She has other 3 joints in Nairobi. Then there's also a lady called Mirimiri who is doing kienyeji vegetables. These are just 2 amongst many. What they did, they realized when things are not working, they are able to change very fast their businesses and go out there and they are making it. So my key point is always learn. Don't be rigid. And so I want us to just say, I am stronger than the storm. I am stronger than the storm, because no matter how the storm is, if you allow what you're learning in that storm, believe you me, you'll be the diamond. And even as you share your takeaways, I'd also love you to just get to understand who I am. Next slide, Lillian. But before I do so, I just want to leave you with these words that your business will rise and fall many times, but if you rise with it, you will be wiser, you will be tougher and more rooted. You will build more wealth, you will build legacy. And that is a mark of a resilient woman. So this is who I am. I am Margaret Abukutsa, a civil engineer, but out of what I went through, there are some movements I have begun. I have the Concrete Woman, which is a coaching training, and a community of purpose-driven women. I have the diamond underneath, which is our webinar that I train on excavating your purpose by mining your diamond. And then in the civil engineering world, I am an advocate of homeowners because many a times I realize people take advantage of people who want to build simply because they never take time to learn and understand what it takes to build a house, the kind of materials needed, the costs, and also the standards. And in the long run, you find maybe their houses are built and they are collapsing or they've been given a raw deal. And for that reason, I also empower women to just build homes and businesses with clarity. And how can you get me? These are my contacts: 0722462321 on WhatsApp. Facebook, I'm Margreta Bukutsa. LinkedIn, I'm Margreta Bukutsa. Insta, Margreta Bukutsa. And there is my email. And the books I've authored are The Diamond Underneath, Whispers from My Dad, at the lessons I learned from my dad. And then I have a ebook of red flags every developer should know. And then lastly, The Concrete Woman. Thank you. Let's take maybe, I don't know how much time we have, Lillian, for questions and answers and takeaways. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Margaret. That was good. I loved the 5 Fs. I even put them in the chat. For you to be resilient, have your faith, be focused, be flexible, like Google was and Zoom and all that. Have a fellowship or a sisterhood, as you call it, and then have fortitude. I think many of us maybe get the first 4 Fs, but the one for fortitude, ile ya kupigana na mawimbi, the storms of the world. I think that is where many of us fail. Thank you so much. We can take a question or two. Doreen, are you there to check on the questions? If anybody has a question or somebody, you want something, you can lift up your hand.
I don't see any questions in the chat at the moment.
Okay. Anybody want to say something? Let's show
Yes,
Margaret
hi.
some love. Yes, go ahead.
Thanks, Margaret. Truly, I'm inspired. Just one thing, you wear so many hats, and I'm just wondering how you're able to balance all these things.
Oh, thank you. Wow. I think when you go through so much in life, you don't have a chance to be casual. That's all I can tell you. Actually, I've had 3 life-threatening surgeries. The first 2 were the brain tumor. The third one was my thyroid. I have half a thyroid. And so each time I'm taken on bed. In fact, the last one was bad because the person who was administering that anesthetist was a Muslim. And she wasn't kind to me. She just said, Margaret, say your last prayers. But I just made a prayer and I told God, if I come back, God, you need me. The second and third were in India, and just to see even my husband when he was wheeling me to the theater, it's like he even wanted to enter and he was not allowed. And so when I came out, I take life so seriously because I'm like, I don't know when God will come for me, and I don't want to die empty with all these things He has put in me. And so what do? I just purpose to do what I've said. If I've purpose to wake up at 4, meditate, read, plan about my day, I ensure I do that. It is not easy. Sometimes you will fall down, but it is doable. I think that is what I can say. I can only share from what I do. And then somebody has asked, how can we get the books? Kindly get in touch with me. I've put my number there. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Margaret. Yes, you can also share the number in the chat so that they can copy it. Those who would want to get, especially the book, The Diamond Beneath, it is your testimony of fighting. And, I once listened to you saying every word the doctor was saying or something, you were deflecting. When the doctor says you can't have children, you deflect, and at times in life, things are thrown at us. So how we respond to the things that are thrown at us can make or break us. So thank you so much for teaching us about resilience. Thank you. The other one, you said we need to have purpose-driven businesses. So I think for those of us who are just running businesses and we are not even sure whether it is purposeful or what's the why behind the business, sit down and look at your business and ask yourself, why did I start this? And if you ask yourself that question several times, and every time the answer you get is to make money, I don't know how to tell you, my sister, that's not a purpose business, because money is never enough. You can be comfortable with a little, or very uncomfortable with a lot. That is not a sufficient why to have your business. But that being said, thank you so much, Margaret. Let's show Margaret one more time some love with some emojis. Let's show her that we appreciate her for the things she has done and what she has shared with us. So now, as we come to the tail end, let me share my screen one more time. I hope I'll be able to see it. Oh my. Just a minute. I want to share with you the next steps from here. Now that we are here, what next for us, so that we can know where we are going. Give me 1 minute. I'm having a challenge every time I need to stop sharing something. It messes me up. But all the same, are you people able to see my screen?
It's not yet up.
Not yet up.
Yeah.
Okay, just give me a minute. Are there any comments in the WhatsApp, Doreen? I mean, in the chat?
We have a comment from Evelyn. She says, thank you. Evelyn, yes, from Evelyn Kiteto. Thank you, Margaret. We appreciate. There's a question from Susan that it's been addressed by Margaret. And Pauline, Wamboi, Beach, and Max Miller are reacting to that. They're clapping for the presentation that you just had.
Okay, just give me a minute. I am about to start sharing. Then, like I had mentioned, as I start sharing here, for those of you who are having any challenges uploading your work, kindly do remember to get in touch with me so that I can see how I can assist you. There are those I am able to walk them through on their phones and they're able to do it. Others, it's a bit complicated, but all in all, do not give up and keep doing it until we are able to get there. Oh, all right. Now this thing looks like it has refused completely. Okay. I don't want to share my email. I want to share a PowerPoint.
It had come up, then dropped again.
What, the PowerPoint?
Your screen.
My screen.
Yeah, it started coming up, yes. Then it dropped.
There it is. All right.
It's coming up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you so much, ladies. So now what are the next steps? It is a journey. And my prayer is that you continue being focused on your business, continue applying the skills and the lessons you've learned. And like I had mentioned in the last webinar, remain in the group for peer-to-peer mentoring. And then there will also be the monthly talks that I will be inviting subject matter experts. This month, because we had the graduation, there will be no talk, but next month, in the middle of the month, and I will let you know prior for your planning purposes. Then like I had promised, you will be getting a 20% discount on all my online programs because you have been my students in the WIDB. Like I mentioned, the WIDB is sponsored by ILO, and that's why for now we are not charging people to go through the lessons. But ILO is saying that in the future we need to look at how to monetize it because they will not be paying the lead trainers. But that being said, I also do have programs for entrepreneurs. And the next program that I will be running is called the Strategize to Profitize. And I will be giving you the details on when the program is going to be running. And this is a 6 weeks program that helps you as a small business owner to develop a strategic plan. And it has 4 modules as seen there. The first one is getting your bearing, where you get to understand where you are and what are your strengths, what are the things you need to look out for. Then module 2 is about charting the adventure. This is where now you come up with your corporate statement. What's your vision? Where do you want to get to? Your organogram. What are you putting together? Then coming up with a company profile, even if it is 2 pages, something that describes who you are, that outlines who you are and what you do. Then module 3 is setting sail. Now we have charted the adventure. Now we need to start getting on to become part of the adventure. And this is where you come up with your strategic pillars and you set smart objectives for those pillars. Then module 4 is getting your business GPS. And this is where now you come up with the action plan to implement or to be able to achieve the strategic objectives and pillars that you set out. So now for this program, I have it in 3 categories. We have the gold package, the silver package, and the bronze package. The gold package has 2 group coaching sessions within the 6 weeks, and then it has weekly webinars. It has pre-recorded videos that you go through, and then it has workbooks. And this one is going for 19,999. The silver one doesn't have the group coaching session, but it has the webinars and the recorded videos and the workbooks. Then the bronze package has pre-recorded videos and the workbooks. So this one doesn't have webinars and it doesn't have the group coaching session. The silver is 14,999 and the bronze is 9,999. And now, like I said, for WIDB graduates, there will be a 20% discount. So for the gold package, it comes down to 15,999. The silver package, it comes down to 11,999. And then the bronze package, it comes to 9,999. So whoever it is who feels that it is time they came up with a strategic plan for their small business, kindly do reach out to either me or to Doreen, and then we will be able to take you through what it is you need to do to prepare for the program. Now, I want us to come up with a declaration. I will be projecting it on this scroll here. So at this moment, I ask all of us to unmute. I know some of us are connecting on 5G, others 3G, others 4G. So our speed may be different. But what it is that I want all of us to do is to read out this declaration. So have we unmuted ourselves? Have we unmuted? I need to hear a yes, a no, or whatever. Hey, you have unmuted. Okay. All right. Thank you. Now I will count 1 up to 3. When we get, and I get to 3, we all start reading. Where there is a comma, we pause. All right. Okay. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
I am
unstoppable.
I
I
build.
build.
I lead.
Conquer.
I conquer the digital
digital
world.
Is
My
vision is
clear.
my
My
strategy is strong.
and my
success
story
story is just getting started. Yes, you are unstoppable. You build, you lead, you conquer the digital world. Your vision is clear, your strategy is strong, and your success story is just getting started. All right, now, Doreen, are you ready with our song? Are you able to do it as I'm projecting?
Yes.
You ready?
Yes.
You can
Yes.
play it when I'm projecting. Or I need to stop projecting, because what I want to say now, ladies, women entrepreneurs, is a big, big congratulations. Congratulations to all of you. You have done me proud. I pray that your businesses will thrive. In my Spanish, the Spanish I speak, they say derema. Derema means you, hey, I don't even know. You become the diamond that Margaret has told us that you will be. So as we bring it to an end, Doreen, play for us. Play the song. Played from minute 1, I think. And it has stopped. The sound is gone. Chris, the sound? Yes, it's played, yes.
Yes, you will come again with a new song of praise. God is good, oh, congratulations, congratulations, say what the Lord has done for you, congratulations.
All right, congratulations. Thank you so much, Doreen. Yes, thank you so much, ladies. Congratulations. Let us continue the discussions in the group. We will be getting in touch with the people who have been able to secure a spot in the deep dive group business strategy session. And like I said, this one will be more detailed. It will have a workbook, because at the end of the day, you need to have a business strategy. It might not be the strategic plan that I'm talking about, but it is a strategy that can get you started. So thank you. Yes, Doreen, you've raised your hand.
Yes. I hope you don't mind sharing the declaration on the charts. Some of us have not seen it. Yes.
Okay, I'll put it in the chat, yes, so that people can be saying it over and over again as our declaration. And like I said, I have extended grace because of those who said they were having uploading issues. So all the people who are able to complete all the modules by Friday, you will qualify to join the business coaching session. So may you be blessed. May your businesses thrive. May you become the diamond in whichever industry it is that you're playing in. God bless you. Let's continue the conversation in the chat. And congratulations once again to all those who have completed and those who intend to take their time to complete. God bless you. Have a good evening, everybody.